Great. Well, Cameron, what are your main takeaways from that one?
I just thought it was a really tough performance. Clunky at times, but I'm just really happy with the boys' effort. Just thought it was an incredible effort. I think we had to make 60 more tackles there by the end, so in conditions we're not quite used to. I thought the boys did great.
What do you think made the difference in the end?
I think we learned the lessons from the last couple of weeks. We're just a bit more patient in terms of completions and things like that. I think we're up around 80%. I didn't think we were great with the ball all night, but at least at the back end of the game, at least we were completing sets and not beating ourselves. So I thought the Cowboys were really good. I thought they were really physical early and scrambled really well, and they played a tough game as well. So I thought it was a great game for us in terms of what we're trying to achieve moving forward, and we'll take plenty of lessons as well.
Young Jethro made his debut on the wing. What did you like about his performance?
Everything. I just thought he was brilliant. He got involved early. He was involved a lot, and he came up with some huge plays, especially defensively. He didn't look like a guy on debut. So really proud of him, and proud of our pathway system to help a kid like that come through and come through being able to do a job like that.
When did he find out he was going to make his debut?
Earlier in the week. Yeah, he was pretty excited. A couple of days ago, so he deserves it. He probably would have played earlier, but he broke his hand a couple of weeks ago, and just stoked that he got to play tonight, and it's the first of many games for him.
How's Matt Burton feeling after his knock? He came back on, but pretty heavy hit.
Yeah, he's actually all right. Just said his arm went dead, and it didn't look great at the time. So I can understand why they took him off to check him, but it was a burner or something like that, and no, he's totally fine in there.
As you touched on, Cameron, the last couple of weeks of not the results you wanted, does this sort of, give you a bit of confidence to get back on that right track and that upward trajectory?
Yeah, it wasn't our best performance tonight. I think we probably played better the last 2 weeks, especially with the ball. But we just had to scrap out a win tonight. Leaving Critter and Kurt Mann at home, playing without them was important. These guys were able to graft out a win, and I thought they did that.
Can you talk us through your changes before the game and why you left Lockie out?
Yeah, it was a hard one because it would have been nice to have Lockie on there when Birdo went off, and I reckon if he was on there to bring him on with fresh legs at the back end of the game, I thought he could have really probably asked some more questions of the Cowboys' defence. But thought we needed 4 forwards on the bench. Kingy's backing up from Origin. Jamin Salmon's first game back. We just sort of looked at the Cowboys' Melbourne game last week. A lot of guys were cramping up in that last 20 minutes of the game, so we thought it was really important to carry an extra forward tonight. And when Birdo went off, I was thinking, maybe that wasn't the right decision, but it was clearly the right decision because our forwards all worked their asses off, and it was tough out there. It was hot and humid, and yeah.
And with the Origin period now behind us, how do you think Galvin might figure into your plans moving forward?
Oh, I'm not too sure about that. We'll see how that goes, but I think tonight we're just going to celebrate a really hard-fought win. As I said, the Cowboys, they were really desperate tonight. They did a lot of things well, so we're just stoked to get away with a win. Had Critter and Kurt Mann and Tilly come back next week, so we're starting to get our team back together, and we're past this Origin period, and we can get into the last third of the season.
Max, how do you find it backing up from Origin?
Yeah, it was what Ciro said. It was a tough game. I think it was definitely something we had to fight the 80 minutes for, and I'm just sort of happy to be back with the boys, back in the winning circle.
Did the conditions make it at all challenging defending your line for so long?
I wouldn't say conditions, but in terms of weather. But I guess rugby league's a tough sport, and I think there was a couple of things we probably could have done better with the ball. But Cowboys were defending great, and I think part of that is sometimes sort of knuckling down and kicking the ball back to them, and they're a dangerous side. So I think touching what Ciro said about scrapping out a win, I'm just happy to be in the winner's circle.
And Cameron, I thought Matt Burton had a strong game at 5'8". Where do you see him within the team positionally, long-term future?
Oh, again, there's some deep questions there. So we're just really happy to grind out a win tonight. That's the main thing. we can worry about what the team looks like moving forward. But I'm not here to talk about that tonight. I'm just really happy with how tough the boys played. We won that game on. A lot of Birdo's kicking game was brilliant, but our scramble defence. So I think we just celebrate that tonight and worry about the team next week when we play the Dragons.
And
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.